That was loud. Ugh. You can hear me? Oh, fuck. That's okay. We're starting off swimmingly. We, we're fine. We'll be fine. You're okay. Hello, everyone. So we started off really well there. Ha! Welcome to my stream. My last stream in a while. Um, we're doing. Oh my goodness, that's loud. Oh my God, that's loud. Oh God, that's loud. Holy shit! Oh my God! Fuck! Oh! Oh my! Oh fuck! Ow! Ow! Okay. Today we're doing Touch Starved. It's an indie game, and today is just a demo. Only the demo has been released so far, and the official release date for the full game is yet to be announced. I don't know anything about this game, but I am very excited for it. Let me just I'm gonna remove this computer overlay so you guys can see what the hell is actually going on in this like loading screen here. Like, look, it's so cool. I don't think it's a horror game because like it's a romance like dating sim game, but it's cute. It's cool. Wait, you can't see that? Oh my god, you can't see that happening. Ah! Me. Oh, I'm ready. I was ready early. I was ready early tonight. Also me having tech issues like nobody's business. God. While we wait for this to settle down. Hello, Z. Thank you for coming. What is actually going on here? Gosh, even my OBS is lagging. Hold on. We're gonna we're gonna hello. Hello. Uh, uh, what is actually going on? You guys seeing what I'm seeing? I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing right now. I'm so concerned about like how scuffed this stream is, considering it will be my last stream for a while. I don't know, and I'll be able to stream again. But should we just go for it? If it's gonna be scuffed, it's gonna be scuffed. So, god dang, you can't see anything that I'm doing that's happening on this like on the loading screen. Why? But you can see my mouse. But what's why? Nothing's moving there, but it's moving here. Oh gosh, I wish you guys could see this whole thing. It's so cool. Anyway, we shall make a new game. No! No, what's going on? Hold on. We'll just, we'll just, we'll just. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna do this now. Okay. Hi, TGB! It contains mature content that's not, it includes but is not limited to horror, graphic, violence, strong language, alcohol, drug references, injury, and dismemberment. Ooh. Ooh, if you are sensitive to these things, or if you're underage and like can't handle these things, then I think it's best that you exit this stream then, because I don't want to accidentally scar you for life. Please click to proceed. Blackout. It's it's a blackout at your place? Oh my goodness. Whoa. Whoa, please stay safe. It was also like storming here earlier, but I think the worst of it gone. Has gone, I think. In Touch Starved, your choices matter. The decisions you make may result in unique dialogue interactions or even choices in red text which contain exclusive content. Ooh. Try playing through the demo more than once and choosing different options. You might even uncover a secret ending. Whoa, okay. Choose wisely and save often. Left click. Progress text and dialogue. Oh no, I'm not gonna remember all this. I have the object permanence of a hamster. Of a goldfish. Yes, what they said, TGB. Stay safe. Conserve your phone battery, your gadget batteries. You might like knock on wood that you would need them, but just keep them with you and keep safe. And if you have like any relatives anywhere else, check up on them also. Be careful. Okay, mouse wheel down, progress text and dialogue. Okay, the left click and the left mouse wheel down is the same thing. Space bar is hide the IU, and alt is skip mode. Oh, my name is Myks. Choose my pronouns. I am she, her. Energy not coming back until 11 p.m. Oh, dang. Oh, that's still like 4 hours, three and a half hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes away. That's good that you see improvement in your art. I mean, um, art is a skill, like whether writing or drawing or any other form of art. So the more you do it, the more you're gonna get better at it. I'm very proud of you, TGV. The world began to unravel long before you were born. Ooh, very nice. It began with fogfall. Spectral mist bled from the seams where reality wore so thin it split. And from that fog emerged monsters, inhuman beings with unnatural powers. Some possessed language and intellect, others were mindless beasts driven by little more than the desire to slaughter. Hi, E! Okay, I'm already like reading aloud a lot of text, so I came prepared. I got a big thing of coffee, and I got 2 big things of water. So, oh. You didn't miss much, E. We just started. We're like we're just at the lore of the world of the game. As cities fell and unrest spread, humans united in their fear while monsters thrived in the chaos. And then there's you. You're not even sure if you're human. We're born cursed with hands that alter the minds of anyone you touch. Ooh, this is cool. Hold on, let me just get to the eerie. You guys gotta hear how eerie this music is. Choose your backstory. Okay, what do I want to be? Okay, I love character creation, so let's do this. The unnamed, the hound, or the alchemist. The unnamed, you were raised as an oracle in a remote temple. The priest claimed your touch bestowed enlightenment, but a visiting mage revealed your curse for what it is. Following the mage's word, you fled in search of the cenobium. You regularly experience unnatural premonitions that rattle your body, and soul, and in its sixth sense gives you a heightened awareness of hidden supernatural presences around you. You're the hound, you were raised by society's outcasts. You're right, this does seem like a game, yes. Criminals who accepted you when nobody else would. Your partner in crime, a friend since childhood, helped you steal enough money for a cure, then betrayed you. They left you with only enough coin to travel to the cenobium, your last hope. What is the cenobium? Where is the cenobium? Why is the cenobium? You have sharply honed social intuition. You can survive and even thrive in the violent underbelly of any city using your experience with the underworld to get ahead. Okay, the Alchemist, an abandoned mage. An exiled Cenobian mage took you in as a child, raising you as her apprentice. She seemed to take pity on your curse, but you discovered that she was cultivating you as a test subject. Ooh! You fled to the Cenobium seeking a cure. You were an experienced spellcaster with encyclopedic knowledge of alchemy, spellcraft, and history. With a little observation, you can identify the subtle effects of magic. Ooh, this is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna choose the alchemist. This is so cool. We're doing this one. I love playing spellcasters in D&D. I've played a spellcaster character like twice now in one campaign, and I just love this. I love this incredibly sad backstory. Hey, we're doing the alchemist, but I may if I do if I do decide to play the demo over again, I might choose either one of these two also. But today we're going as the alchemist. Your name is Myks. Yes. You select the she, her pronouns. Yes. Your backstory is the alchemist. Is this correct? Yes. The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There's nothing out here but death. The ever-present stench of decay and countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. Ooh, I love the prose. I could say death doesn't scare me, but to tell the truth, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined the caravan bound across the wastes. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial. Oh, we know what the cenobium is. All the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's there. So like, if you guys fucking internet, if okay. If you guys like, what's going on? What's actually going on? I won't mind if you guys like end up falling asleep during the stream because I've been told that I have a very soothing voice and I have made people like legit. I've made an old man that attended a meeting that I was like commentating for and like he like fell asleep where he sat while I was doing a presentation. So if you guys fall asleep, I consider that a compliment to me. Thank you. All that stands in between me and a cure is the final stretch of salt-soaked wastes. Or so I think, until I see the first tendrils of fog snaking beneath the wagon. I also love the art, Z, guess. Ooh. I love it. I love it. I want this as my, like, desktop background, actually. Is this fog fall? My stomach sinks at the very whisper of it. A silent storm more devastating than fire. Dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. Look! Oh my god, it's a spine! Yo, this is a bone! It's so cool. Ooh! A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, smothering out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. An eerie silence heavy as the mist falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream. Stay back! No! The cry dissolves into wet gurgling. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh god! Then the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard, the air punched from my lungs. When I open my eyes, adrenaline lends sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. I should have a speech where everyone listening has insomnia. Is this a challenge on whether I can make them fall asleep by just talking? A trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strings of torn muscle. Ooh! Gleaming gristle and exposed bone. Bodies litter the wasteland. Guys, this is turning gory. If you guys are sensitive to this, like, click out, click out. What is that? I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding, white blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes adjust do I see the dark shape in front of me. Yo! Lisa, are you seeing this? It has a lot of eyes! A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. Ugh. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and runs at me. But right before it reaches me, the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. Distantly, a horse screams in the dark. I need to move now. Okay. So, like, the stream is lagging because my internet is lagging because there's also, like, a storm here. So, yeah. Run for the city or head towards the wagon? If I run for the city, there's a risk of me, like, leading the monster into the city itself, and I kind of don't want that. Well, but, like, if I head towards the wagon, I'm gonna die. But also, if I run to the city, I might get help. But, and, like, if I head towards the wagon, everyone's dead. So... Okay, I'm running for the city. I take off, running deeper into the haze. The fog is so thick that I fear I'm headed in the wrong direction, until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching the opaque mist for the source. But the fog fall twists and stretches sound. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts forth from the fog. Our eyes met me too late. Whoa! He slams into me, knocking me to the ground and slips in a patch of mud. The soulless falls on him as soon as he slows. Yo. It catches the driver by the throat, and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. Whoa. Ugh. He comes apart like wet paper. Oh, spilling intestines and viscera in a steaming tide. We're not burning anything down, so it's not arson technically. Fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. Oh shit! My hand catches on the jagged edge of a rib jutting from the water. Bandages unfurl around the gouge torn deep into my palm. The pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist. Oh! Can you stand? Oh, this is cool. Giving me Nanook vibes from Honkai Star Rail. One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me. We need to run. They reach for my hand and I realize too late that my bandages have become undone. No, don't touch me! The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath my curse takes hold. No! Yo! Yo! Their lips peel back into a deranged grin. Oh! Oh! Madness of my own making. The grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles. Let me go! Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath. Oh, I'm not gonna relate that. I'm not gonna relay that, man. Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouths and flecks my face. The edges of my vision darken as my lungs scream for air. I'ma fight him off. I can't run! He's literally got me in a chokehold! My nails gouge deep into the traveler's wrist, but no matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. That was not the right move. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowing with each thudding beat. This can't be happening. I'm going to die, and not because of the fog fall or the soulless, but because of my own curse. Tears sting my eyes. No, not here. Not like this. Hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine. Lips still split in that macabre smile even as blood seeps between their teeth. They give one last shuddering breath, then slump over, the claws hooked through their stomach. Oh! Oh! The soulless shoves the body aside, and the glowing eyes studding its leathery skin thin as though grinning. That crack. Woo! There's a flash of claws. Red spill across my vision. I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. Distantly, I notice an arm resting among an outcrop of reeds. Mine? Neatly severed at the elbow? It should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold, alone, and face down in the desolate wasteland. A fitting end for a monstrosity like me. Is that the end of it? Can't be the end of it, right? But this is death. It's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of bog water. I could drift forever, cocooned in oblivion, until all thought and sensation vanished. No curse, nobody howling at me in madness and terror. Nothing at all. The thought has a terrible appeal to it. Oh! But the next moment I take a reflexive breath. Air pours into my lungs, then out again in a ragged grasp. Feeling comes flooding back. Warm cloth on my bare skin. A firm surface underneath me. A strange tang of sulfur in the air. Do not be afraid. Alright, man, who are you? Oh my god, it's this guy. Oh, this is the guy I was aiming for. This bitch! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Boys, ladies, gentlemen, and thems. He. If I had a lick emote, I would like do it right now. I twist my head towards the voice. Tears flood my bleary vision at the bright glow of lamplight. Try not to move. The voice is calm, steady, and commanding, but more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. One thought cuts it through the mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy. Stay away from me! Oh, let's do that again. Stay away from me! My words come out in little more than a creaky whisper. I clamp my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sound. No. No? Who the hell is this? I'ma sit up just cause I want to be a brat. He's pretty, right, E? Thank you for validating me, E. I managed to push myself up on one elbow, but my head swims and my surroundings give an alarming lurch. Ah, stubborn patient. I don't have the strength to dignify that with a response. Instead, I pull the sheet up higher and wipe my eyes until my vision clears. Look at him! Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my. Hello! Hello! The stranger towers over my prone form. Warm light reflects off his pristine medical coat. That's a medical coat? Dang, okay. I instinctively shrink back. That's when I notice that I'm completely naked, except for a thin linen sheet. Naked, lying on a low cot, with a pair of sharp golden eyes, watching my every move. The man's gaze flickers to my exposed, unbandaged hands. I plunge my hands under the sheet to hide them from sight, though it's too late. He must have noticed what they look like. Strange. Cursed. Inhuman. I brace myself for his inevitable suspicion and disgust, but his expression doesn't even flicker from that courteous smile. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings. I don't know why we're clothesless. Maybe because we almost got chomped by a monster and tore our clothes off. Where am I? Who are you? Be calm. You're safe here. Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I've never been safe anywhere, with anyone. Even my own mentor, my teacher, thought I was nothing but a convenient specimen to be used and discarded. I scowl, pulling the sheet protectively around myself. Where are my clothes? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands. I see you're not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements. See, I was right! They were torn to shreds. He's fine. The designs remind me of Hades. Yes, you're right, actually. This dude actually reminds me of Aphrodite. I have new clothes. Ooh, we can interact. Oh, I thought we could interact with our surroundings, but here's some syringes. There's a microscope here. Suspicious medicines. That's a drawing of a heart. Faucet. This is so pretty. This is actually so cool. With a soft creak, he stands from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. I seem to be in some sort of medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemical concoctions line the counters in neat rows. This one. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic that I can't quite place. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets at the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most, and I have to crane my neck to look at him. Thank you. I should be polite if I can, especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. I want gummy worms now, E. This is your fault. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll leave you to get dressed. With a curt nod, he leaves through a narrow door. Lisa! Come get your man! I hear a soft click as the lock turns behind him. I count to 3, and in the sudden silence, when I don't hear any more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. An itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down absently to rub at it, then freeze when my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. He sewed my arm back onto me? Dude, what kind of a surgeon are you, man? I know what I saw. The beast took my arm clean off. And yet my arm shows no signs of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation. This is impossible. I should be dead, or at the very least gasping out my last breaths. I squeeze my eyes shut, waiting for the pleasant dream to unravel, to wake up bleeding out in the swamp. But nothing happens. Seconds tick by and my arm remains resolutely healed, my surroundings pristine and quiet. I can't. No, TGB! Let the voices win! Come on! Come on! Right, E? I was like, that's the most sophisticated medical coat I've ever seen. Let them win, TGB! In numb disbelief, I reach for the replacement clothes and begin stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, and a black woolen cloak to go with them. But there's still one thing missing. My bandages. The golden-eyed man didn't leave me with any, even though I know he saw my hands. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps toward one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course that's when the door swings open once more. Are you looking for something? I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump up against the edge of the cot. Your caution is understandable, though if I meant you any harm, you would know. That doesn't make me feel better in the slightest, but he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and mottled skin disappear under a layer of clean white cotton. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I clench my jaw. I knew it would only be a matter of time before he asked about my hands, though the way he does it is strangely roundabout. I'm not gonna answer. Well, that's a very personal question, and I don't really want to answer. Is that so? Surely you realize that I can only help if you tell me what ails you. An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? No. Best to keep my curse to myself for now and learn more about him first. Who are you? You may call me Kuras. Where exactly am I? Iridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can go nowhere else for travelers to go. So true, EA. I cannot make someone this pretty. Look at his hands, though. Look at that. Even the flesh detail is right. It's correct. His eyes. Oh my goodness. I can get lost in those molten pools of gold. Iridia. So I made it to the city of knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease. His face is a face. Yes, it is a face, see? How'd I end up here? I brought you to my clinic, of course. You're the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment. Which you provided. Yes. He says it so simply, as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the fingers on my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine. Thoroughly attached to me. You're saying you stitched my arm back on? Pardon? A soulless attacked the caravan and ripped everyone to shreds. It tore my arm clean off. When I woke up here, I spent my life learning from a Cenobian mage, and I know of no alchemy or magic that could reattach a severed limb. Even if he somehow could heal me by magic, I should detect traces of it. But I sense nothing out of the ordinary at all. The doctor, Kuras, pinches the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. I do not know where you come from, but Iridia is a city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. Information is power. It is most unwise to give or receive it freely. Since you refuse to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook the specific breach of etiquette. However, you should not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? He looks pointedly at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm also a complete stranger to him, and if he's telling the truth, he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time, when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself. He is majestic, though. I'm simping for him precisely because he looks so majestic. Myks. My name is Myks. It is a pleasure to meet you, Myks. There's a little warm oh my god! His smile is so beautiful! Is it Claude? Is it Claude? Does he remind you of Claude Z? I'll just say thank you for now. Thank you for saving my life. The game is called TOUCHSTARVED, and it's an indie game. This is like the demo version, and the official release is yet to be announced. But I've been seeing this like game since April, so I've wanted to try it for a long time. And I was like, man, I gotta play this on stream at some point. So here I am. A chance to smile in return. Even if he won't explain how he did the impossible, there's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Kuras. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions. But I have to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me. Couch starved? Did you think I was playing couch starved? Eee! Eee! Oh my god! That is hilarious. I love that. I love that. The question seems to startle Kuras. It could hardly lead me to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what kind of price Kuras might ask for such well-made clothes. I thought you were gonna rizz up people on couches. Well, like, I'm currently on a cot right now, so like that's near enough. It also does not help that I'm lying down on a couch-like surface in the thumbnail also. Forgive my presumption. I rarely come across so fascinating a patient. Ooh! Oh! Ah! He said I'm a fascinating patient. Oh, is he blushing? Oh my goodness, is he blushing? No, not yet. Not yet. Our goal is to make this dude blush. I blink. What did he just say? Ah, I simply meant that few would cling to life so resolutely, or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia. Could not help being curious about you, Myks. His voice dips to a soft murmur and he abruptly looks away from me. What? 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 I thought let's just said you're pretty. What should I choose? I'm gonna choose this one just to tease him. You're pretty curious yourself. Am I? His smile is so beautiful. Oh, I have a crush on him. Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm. I wiggle my intact fingers at him. Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment either. I acquire none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and it would be unethical to leave you destitute in a strange place. I fell silent, unsure what to say to that. Nobody would help a horror like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch, or trick, right? Oh. A loud knock at the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Duty calls. Unfortunately, you are not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent and Kuras lets out a tired sigh. Please wait your turn. Please wait your turn. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Do you need anything before you leave, Myks? Oh. Between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Iridia in the first place. I need directions to the Cenobium. The Cenobium. Oh, he's so hot when he's angry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save. Save. Return. Okay. The look on his face is downright chilling. I don't know, man. His face gets me hot. Whoa. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation when he speaks again. Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there. Cenobium's gates open for precious few visitors. Even if they did, you would not like what you found inside. I'm missing out on anime, guys! Yes, you are! Get your ass over here! My heart sinks. Is he saying that I came all this way for nothing? Risked life and limb for nothing? True, E. He's hot with any emotion. You are so right. You are so right. No. I can't be. I've only just arrived. And Iridia is the largest city standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then if not the Cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the Wet Wick and ask for Leander. Excuse me? The Wet what? The Wet Wick. He sounds deeply unamused. Follow the postings advertising Leander's bloodhounds. They're difficult to miss. When you meet Leander, tell him I sent you. That isn't much to go on, but Kuras points towards the clinic's back door. Hi, Jason! Welcome to the stream! We're doing an indie game called TOUCHSTARVED, and we're doing the demo version of the game before the official release. Quick TLDR. We're cursed, and we went traveling to this place called Iridia to find a cure for our curse. But then we got attacked by a monster and almost died. We wake up in this dude's clinic, and like he sewed our arm back on after the monster ripped it clean off, and now we're like a whole person again. So now he's telling us to get out of his clinic. He's telling us to get out of his clinic, and then to look for the dude called Leander. And he's gonna be our tour guide in the city. Alright, TLDR over. Okay. Kuras says you will be safe so long as you do not draw attention to yourself. It's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. Okay, we're done. I think I like the background art is already really pretty, but I think in the official version, the backgrounds will probably be a bit more detailed than this, and like maybe more similar to the style to the style of like the art of the sprites. I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak up over my nose, stepping over the contents of chamber pots that have been emptied into the street. I am feeling good. I am tired, but like I'm drinking coffee, so that's why I'm still so that's why I can still do this. Something weighs heavily inside one of the coat's pockets. My coin purse. Everything is still inside. Every last coin that I'd scraped together for the journey to Iridia. It doesn't even look like it was open. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't for stealing. Lisa! Lisa! Lisa, you're here! Oh my goodness! You just missed my man! You literally just missed my man! Oh my god. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Kudas didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? That's not exactly a comforting thought. Still, no matter why he did it, Kuras gave me a second chance and the lead on where I might find help. Okay, you just missed Kuras, the brown, handsome guy with the long black hair who is exactly my type. But we're now looking for a dude called Leander. Okay. Oh. I better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. The line outside Kudas' clinic stretches down the road already. Two thin peddlers queue alongside weathered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. The cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet, deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so eroded. The buildings are tired and dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over to me. My stomach gives a faint gurgle. This morning's sketch, fried up hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today. That sounds disgusting, but I'm starving, so I dug my head under the stall's grubby awning. A large fish leers at me, its three bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter. The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. What's the cheapest thing you've got? The vendor points at a metal basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. I love, Lisa comes in and immediately everyone's bullying her. I love this. I love this development. Fresh long, lads. 3 copper apiece. Don't burn your mouth. I take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. Ooh, okay, this is obviously a more well-off street. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. The buildings in this quarter are a dizzying riot of color. Painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look. Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in open doorways. Musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with a pungent scent of rose flowers, barely covering the salted musk of warm bodies. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. Oh. That's why it's called the wet wig. Okay, I got it. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. It features the silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the word Bloodhounds printed over his head. A motto, as above, so below, circles the artwork. If Leander is the leader of the Bloodhounds, then the face printed on the poster is likely his. I follow the line of identical posters around the corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read, "The Wet Wick." Yes, the Wet Wick. The art is gorgeous. What? Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I left so much earlier. The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days. But I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. Ooh, I love this! The inside of the bar is a far cry from the abandoned exterior. It's not even midday, yet most of the tables and booths are occupied by a loose assembly of people in matching green clothes. Are you thinking of the Cheesecake Factory, E? Because of all the reds and oranges and yellows? I'm no stranger to bars. Sometimes I would take my books to the local tavern for a change of scenery, but I much prefer quieter places. A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring. I'm about to head towards the counter when a chant rises from the center of the room. Show! 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 The remaining green cloaks abandon the bar and their boots to rush towards the center of the room in a sudden torrent. There's no time to move out of the way. I'm caught, swept along in the ale-stenched current. Hey! Rhythmic chanting drowns out my voice. I thrash, throwing out my elbows as the press of bodies grows heavier. My hip knocks into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself, but the crowd is stilled. The chanting stopped. Guys, oh my goodness, calm yourselves! A pair of gilded booths stride across the tabletop of the table that I am holding. Oh! Oh! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh my god! His boobs! Oh my god! I can't even talk properly! Oh god. Oh! Seriously, you dogs? Again? Scattered laughter and cheers rise from the audience. I drag my eyes upwards. Oh, he's beautiful! Oh no! Oh! Oh, good lord! Oh my god! When your mom, what? Oh my god! Ah! A well-dressed man stands on the table in front of me, his broad shoulders framed by the thick lapels of a trench coat. This really is the last time, alright? This time when he speaks, the audience falls silent, as though bewitched by his magnetic presence or rich, low voice. But nothing is as captivating as his smile. You are correct! You are so right! He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. Don't blink or you'll miss it. He laughs, and the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light in a flash of gold. It would seem I found Leander. Oh, sorry. Lisa singing Ave Maria! Okay, so, whoops. He raises his hand above the audience and snaps. A flash of pale green light. Real magic, no ordinary stage trick, blinds me. Oh, ow, ow. Negative Riz. My negative Riz is so high that it's an infinite number. I love his hair. What are you talking about, E? Oh my god. As he flicks his wrist and the magic spiraling around him coalesces. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals spring forth. With a flourish, the mage presents the conjured flowers. The audience bursts into clapping and cheers. My mouth hangs open, and not just on account of the impressive performance. There was no incantation, no spell circle. I've never seen something so beautiful and intricate conjured so effortlessly. Leander must be an incredibly gifted mage. No wonder Kudas recommended him. Leander plucks the iridescent bouquet out of the air and turns in a slow circle, giving his audience a good look. Hey! Internet! Wi-Fi! Internet! My God! Oh my God! Internet! Oh my God! His hair reminds me too much of the dude from Sophia the First. What did Sophia the First do to you, E? You okay, man? Oh, the stream is lagging once again. Oh my God. Okay, is it okay now? Are we okay now? Please tell me we're okay now. Okay, let's proceed. Now who could use some good luck? Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table. Some reach for the lilies, while others whistle and call Leander's name. But his cool green eyes slide right over them, locking on me instead! Ah! Oh my goodness, okay. How about you? My chest tightens. Every person gathered turns to stare at me. Where are we? Where were we? Okay. What do I do? Guys, do I take the flowers? Do I take the flowers or do I refuse the flowers? Can I put polls on here? Can I put polls on here? Can I, wait, how do I, what's like a good, we can pause it? Because like, I feel like if I take the flowers, it'd be cute. But if I refuse the flowers, it'd make me like a brat like I was with Kura. So like I'm gonna need you guys to help me here. So okay. I'm gonna put up a poll. Do I take the flowers? Yes or no? Please vote on the poll. Hello, Mike. Yes, I am a simp. Hell yeah, I'm a simp. Okay. There are two people have voted yes. Like, I want to take him, but I can't take him, okay? Okay, I'm gonna give you guys like a couple more like minutes to decide. Oh my god, who voted no? Oh my god. Oh, this is exciting. This dude's name. Oh, I thought you were talking about this dude. Oh. Okay, because like if we take the flowers, then if we take the flowers, then it'd be cute. And like it would give me a chance to talk to Leander like outright. But if we refuse the flowers, we can be a brat, and then we can wait for him to like approach us after his little performance, you know? So yeah, yes or no? Do I take the flowers? Oh, E. Why? Oh, is it because he looks like the dude from Sophia the First? It's like, it's fine. I understand. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do Yes. Frick eats the flowers. I say yes. Okay, we have a winner. We are going to take the flowers. Thank you all for voting. Let's take the flowers. I reach out, all too aware of the way my fingers tremble as I carefully take the flowers from him. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. As soon as the flowers leave Leander's hand, their light dims. They fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? He grins at me, and I find myself smiling back! Ah! Ah! Why am I so... Oh my gosh. Butter. Oh my goodness. Butter! Okay, Butter. He is gorgeous. Guys, he is gorgeous. Leander, he looks cocky as hell. Lisa, he's your type. He's exactly your type, Lisa. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with an audible clink. Alright, bloodhounds, get back to your drinks. Show's over. The greencloaks disperse at his command, returning to their tables and booths. Before I can make my way towards Leander, his eyes find me. He gives me a friendly wave, beckons me over to the crowded counter. I manage to squeeze beside him, but there's so little room that his broad shoulder presses against mine. Oh! I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Is this your first time in Iridia? He says it lightly, with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown. Oh my god! I hate him! 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 My eyes flicker to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery. Being this close makes eye contact difficult. The first guy was the second guy in the thumbnail. I can't even remember the thumbnail at this point anymore. Wait, let's... Yes, correct. He's the second guy in the thumbnail. Wait, let me... Oh, God. This is the, Which guy is this? This is the first guy on the thumbnail, yes. My eyes flicker to the polished countertop. Okay, wait. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us. What can I get you? Surprise me. Not anything my friend wants to my tab. I wasn't expecting the generosity, but I have to admit I do feel a little thirsty after all that fried dough. I'm gonna say water's good. Because it's probably not good to be drunk when you've not had, like, so much food. So, we don't want that. We don't want to be, like, passing out drunk on the side of the road, you know? Water's fine. While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbows on the counter. I'm close enough to notice the purple shadows under his lower lids. Lisa! He's also sleep deprived! Oh my god! His eyes wander over me in return, but when they lock on my bandaged hands, a sour taste rises in my throat. Here comes the questions. So, what brings you to the wig? The first guy we met has black hair. Kura sent me. Pushes his hair back from his forehead, but it immediately falls right back into place. Says about work. The bartender pushes a pair of glasses our way. I don't realize how thirsty I am until the cool water touches my lips. I drain the water in a single gulp. Leander takes a deep swig of his beer and lets out a satisfied breath. How can I be of assistance? I need to get to the Cenobium. As soon as the word Cenobium leaves my mouth, the entire bar falls silent. With no sensor beeps. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, usually I can tell who's who when like who's who that's operating the Koffeine account, but now I'm just confused. I'm just confused now. Bloodhounds twist around in their seats to gawk openly. Finally, an especially drunk one speaks up. The hell are you bringing up the Cenobium in here? Throw him out! This is Bloodhound territory! The vitriol catches me off guard. From the angry looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some unspoken rule just by mentioning the Cenobium. When I glance at Leander, he's drinking, so he hasn't noticed the uproar. Only when he catches me looking does he lower his glass. For the love of... He drags his hand down his face. Hey! Keep it down, will ya? This is business. I tense, expecting an argument. The outspoken bloodhounds silently return to their drinks. Only a handful continue to watch me warily. Sorry about them. Cenobium's a bit of a touchy subject in these parts. Mix in enough drinks and, well, you saw. How about we continue this outside? When I give him a terse nod, he pushes away from the bar counter. Okay, we are back in the dingy alley. I follow Leander to an alleyway tucked behind the wet wick, where layers of frayed bloodhound posters have been plastered to the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his likeness on the posters is impressive. Kudos didn't send you here for help with the Cenobium, did he? From the look he gives me, he already knows the answer. I glance away. No, he didn't. He suggested I find an alternative. Yet here you are asking about them anyway. What do you need the Cenobium for? I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Well, I see you're already aware of the city's currency. Information's worth its weight in gold here. But I told you the truth. Cenobium's dangerous. Get on their bad side, they'll imprison you if you're lucky, or torture you if you're not. Torture? My teacher never described anything like that. The Cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning. A sanctuary. Cenobium's always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge. A shining beacon of hope in a world steeped in nightmares. If any place held answers, it would be the Cenobium. That's why I came here. That's what they want you to think. Things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. If it's true, if I staked everything on a lie, what now? Leander clears his throat. As I always say, there's solutions to every problem, and alternatives to every solution. He claps his hands and turns to me with a brilliant smile. That's why Kuras pointed you to the bloodhounds. Let us help you. Whether it's hunting soulless, finding people, or recovering stolen valuables, you can do it all. And free of charge. I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his practiced speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin. Listen, I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander nods slowly. Your problem must be fairly serious. And if the Cenobium's your first choice, you're searching for a magical solution, aren't you? When my eyes widen, he nods along, as though he suspected all along. Be happy to help you out. That is, if you'll tell me what ails you. Leander might not work for the Cenobium, but if his show was any indication, then he's even stronger than the mage who raised me. She couldn't do anything about my curse, but maybe... I'm silent, plagued by indecision. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it. Hi, Human! I hate to admit it, but this could be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a faint whisper. I'm Cursed. Curse? Ooh, now I'm very curious. What kind of curse? Something ancestral or more recent? He looks me up and down, taking in my face, my eyes, and finally my hands. It's your hands, isn't it? No shit, man! I just bandaged them for no good reason. I like the style. I wait until I'm certain my voice will remain steady before answering. My touch is dangerous. It changes people. Hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander begins taking his glove off. He tugs his left hand free and flexes his fingers. Let's see it. He offers me his hand, and a prismatic smile of flash of magic ripples across his palm. An enchantment for protection, but I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is. I can't bring myself to hurt him. See his kind face twist into a mask of madness. Believe me, this isn't an ordinary curse. I'll be fine. Perhaps where you came from, your affliction was strange and one of a kind. Yes, what is the good news and bad news, TGB? Spend a year in the city, you'll see 1,000 curses and thrice as many curses. You really think Kuros would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. But I'm as good as any mage in the Snopium. Better even. Oh, the electricity's back. Ooh, you're gonna have to storyboard again. It's fine. You can, like, listen to me, I guess, as you storyboard. Or if you, like, don't wanna, you can just rest. I feel like a blackout is a good excuse to not do anything. Better even. If they can help, so can I. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. Why am I falling for that line? Why? Literally. It's 6 words. Stop it! I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then with a short breath, I begin unwinding the bandages from my hands. Fine, but I feel it's control. Don't say I didn't warn you. You can tie me up first if that makes you feel better. Ah! What? Why are you blushing, you little bitch? Oh my god! Alright now. Shut up. Shut up. With each joint I expose, I grow more and more certain that this is a terrible idea. Ready when you are. If he's bothered by the way my hand looks, he doesn't show it. My fingers hover shakily over his palm. 3, 2, 1. I'ma touch him! I'ma touch him! I tap his palm once, as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. Circle's a simple. When I look at his face, expecting to see the worst, Leander only grins. See? Can't be. This time when I reach out to touch Leander's palm again, he catches my wrist before I can pull away! Oh my god! Ooh. Oh! Stop blushing, you idiot! I told you. There's really nothing to worry about. He trails off when my thumb brushes the soft skin of his inner wrist. What is happening? We're in an alleyway! Oh my god! I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. Color rises in his cheeks, but he remains still except for the subtle bobbing of his throat. Why are you looking at his throat, girl? Girl! Blushing little bitch, oh my god! Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of Leander's palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't prepared for. Oh my gosh, that's why the game is called TOUCHSTARVED. Because literally, the main character can't touch anyone without their bandages. Oh my goodness. I've been with other people, kissed them, been embraced by them, and more, but not like this. My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail. The grooves of his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the pulse of his heart. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand. Not without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing until this moment. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine is hammering, his fear gives way to excitement. I'ma keep touching him! I'ma keep touching him! My hand glides over Leander's wrist and up his forearm, where smooth skin abruptly gives way to the raised scar by the edge of his sleeve. It matches the one that runs from his collar to his cheekbone. Could it be the same wound? I glance at Leander's face, and his lips part as he considers his words before speaking. Am I the first person you've been able to touch like this? My hand goes still on his arm. So far. I'll admit, your touch does make it somewhat difficult to stay level-headed. But not due to your power. He takes my hand. I can't! I can't! His soft green eyes flicker to mine before he turns to inspect the golden fissures crisscrossing my knuckles. Oh, sorry. Ah, I can't read the chat. Oh my god. Oh man, I love your reaction. Oh my god. Oh man, I love that. I love that. Right? We're in an alleyway. Like, dude. Stop canoodling. Okay. He takes my hand. Okay, look, we match! Ah! Oh my, I need a drink. Oh my god. Oh. We match because he also has scars. Oh my god. He points at a golden pin on his coat collar. Oh, this one. And I give him a small smile. I draw my hand back. Oh, no, the gold he's talking about is that the gold on my arms matches the gold on his jacket. I draw my hand back and take a steady breath. My head feels as though it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much from the bandages to lie flat. Can't believe that worked. May I ask your name? I'm Myks. You're right to hide this from me, Myks. That curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever dealt with. I can tell you're discreet, but you'd best not go showing that off to anyone else. I didn't plan on it. You're staying in Lowtown? I pause. Room and board was something I hadn't yet considered. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then. Where are you taking me? Guy? My guy, where are you taking me? The Weck is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of the bloodhounds have dispersed, or in a few cases fallen asleep beside their drinks. Got any rooms left, or did my log grab them all to sleep it off? The bartender, who I realize now doubles as an innkeeper, slides a key onto the counter. Bye, Z! Thank you for joining the stream! It's called... How did we do all that without him knowing our name? It's called... Pro behavior. It's called mature visual novel behavior. You know I always keep the corner room open for your escapades. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are we sharing a room? Is there only one bed? Holy shit. Leander's laugh sounds slightly strained. And I always appreciate it, but you're mistaken. This is just for my friend Myks. Alright, alright. Thought we were gonna be sleeping in the same room, but okay. Sure. So as long as you like, you two have fun. Escapades, huh? Leander clears his throat, then holds the key out to me. But I hesitate. Yes, I am a hardcore simp, and so what? And what of it? My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you? Nothing. Bloodhound raids. My treat, since you shared your secret. Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need. Carefully, I take the key from it. It's small, but it weighs heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals. Thank you. Go explore, Myks. Find many roads in Iridia, each leading to different answers. But if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. Just be careful. I nod, taking one last look at the gleaming bronze key before tucking it into the pocket of my cloak for safekeeping. No, we're apparently not sleeping in the same room. I hate it. Hate it. Leander gives me one last friendly wave before I depart. Okay, so I'm just gonna go adventuring for the day and then return at night. I think that's what's going on. The air clings, sodden and heavy. Without the morning crowd, the sunless streets look barren and bleak. Even the peddlers are long gone. Only a pair of crows remain quibbling over stale crusts in a gutter. I feel a ridiculous pang of envy. At least they've got reason to fight. I've never felt so lost. Clarisse and Leander both made it clear that the cenobium can't be trusted, but I came so far, endured so much. I need to see the cenobium for myself, if only to satisfy my curiosity. I should have asked someone at the bar for directions before leaving. What's happening? I'm about to turn back when a shadow passes over me. A cloud, I think, till a puff of hot breath tickles the back of my neck. The shadow runs down the street in rivulets. Formless dark spreads like ink into blotted shapes. Claws stretch. A muzzle splits open to reveal long, jagged teeth. A growl rumbles so low and deep I feel it. I want to run, to scream, but I feel trapped as though the slightest movement or single breath will snap the jaws around me shut. No, I won't let it end like this. If I'm going to die, I want to see what got me first. I steel myself, then turn. Hi, cute mon! The shadow vanishes as quickly as it came. I'm left standing in the middle of the street, alone except for a figure reclining in the shade of a nearby stoop. Oh! Butter! A monster. That much is clear from a glance. One that could nearly be mistaken for a human were it not for the tufted ears, the tail curled around his ankle, or the dusk pink eyes with pupils that sharpen like needles when they fall on me. Our eyes meet in the monster and cross his legs. His long legs! His hair gleams a shade of red that reminds me unsettlingly of blood, where it curls around his collared throat. Ah, there she is, Butter! Jumpy, aren't you? His tone is so light and carefree that I glance over my shoulder to make sure he's speaking to me. When I look back, the stranger props his chin on his knuckles and regards me with an inscrutable little smile. Didn't you see the shadow just now? It was massive, moved like a beast. Even as I speak, I'm aware of how ridiculous I must sound, but the stranger's smile doesn't falter. I think this guy's a wolf. The only beasts I've seen are the Wyck's drooling regulars, though this did catch my eye. He took my key! He took my key! What is this? Is he wearing a thigh harness? What is actually going on? This man is a hoe. With a flourish of his hand, my in-room key appears dangling from his finger. It turns on its chain, glittering when it catches the light. My hands fly to my cloak's pockets and sure enough find them flat. He crooks his finger, beckoning. I've already taken 2 steps forward before some stifled instinct stops me. Something feels wrong. I'm still on the edge, thrumming with so much adrenaline that the stranger's shadow flickers at the edge of my vision. I always attract the worst kind of attention, but I can't get rattled now. Who said that's my key? I'm gonna be a brat. Who said that key's mine? He smiles wide enough to reveal pointed canines. Saw you drop it. You really should be more careful. City like this, somebody might take advantage. A bald-faced lie without a hint of irony. I can't figure out how he picked my pockets under my nose, but I'm certain he took my key and I need it back. I approach the man, careful to keep an arm's length away. He doesn't look dangerous, but the most deadly ones never do. He's a door! Did you guys see? Did you guys... Oh. Look! Oh my god, his ear! His cute ear! The stranger's chains softly cling to the tilt of his head. His ears flick. Keeping your distance? I'd be stupid to trust you. You think I stole your dinky little key? All the way over there? He's an exaggerated sigh. I'm good with my hands, but not that good. Do I really look like a common thief to you? He's got me there. The sheer fabric of his sleeves alone would be too expensive for most street thieves. Hell, his shoes look like they cost more than I spent traveling here. And then there's a shop behind him. No matter the city, parted pink curtains only ever mean one thing. I'm not looking to buy, and I doubt I could afford your services anyway. I love this main character so much! I didn't even choose that. That wasn't even like a conversation option. Luckily for you, I don't charge, boy! The man runs the tip of his tongue over a fang, and for the first time since I stepped into that shadow, I feel something other than dread! Girl! I don't know why the guy has chains. My face grows hot. That's not what I meant. Flattered. Really. Were sex my trade, I might make an exception for you. No, I'm not gonna say that. Or you could just hand over my key. Ask nicely, and I might even let you tug my tail. Man, my guy! Dude, you are... My god! Even I'm scandalized here, guys! Just throw it here. So some spindly little street urchin can snatch it and run. He raises my key and tilts his head so we can watch it dangle back and forth. I suppose I could just claim your room for myself. Not that I'd be caught dead slumming in the wick for the rest of those slack-jawed imbeciles. You're obviously not from around here, so tell me, traveler, what misfortune brought you to this wretched place? His voice practically drips with derision. I'm not telling you anything. What could have possibly drawn you to this dreary little pig pen, I wonder? Yeah, exactly. Just if y'all are not comfortable with mature thieves, just like skedaddle out of here. It's okay. It's alright. Nah, Butter, we respect all like sexualities, including the unwillingness to curve that straight road. It's fine. He listlessly watches the arc of my key swinging around his finger. The weather's shit, food's dreck, and there's entirely too many monsters for a human to feel safe. Unless... Dagger-sharp eyes flick towards me. They gleam with amusement. Unless you're just dying to consort with monsters. By now, my embarrassment is worn away, leaving simmering impatience in its place. If this is a shakedown, it's the most frustrating one I've ever heard of. I'm gonna turn him down. Are you done? Or did you plan on flirting with me until night falls? He touches his chest in mock affront. Oh, you wound me. How can you be so immune to my charms? You're about as charming as an ox and half as subtle. I suggest you go practice your seduction on someone interested. That earns me a burst of breathy laughter. How about you teach me the ropes? Show me a thing or two. The more he flirts, the more convinced I become that this is some kind of trap. No matter how innocent monsters look, they always have tricks up their sleeves. And something tells me that this one's more dangerous than he lets on, even if he does have a lovely laugh. I don't know what you want, or why you're messing with me, but I'm not coming any closer until I know you aren't going to attack, or bite. Water break! Rather coffee break. Oh, that tastes like medicine. Ugh. Won't bite hard, unless you beg me. No matter what no matter what I say, he finds a way to twist my words into innuendo. Even when I'm silent, he goes on as though we're having a conversation, not a standoff. You like dancing? There's a traveling troupe performing in Hightown tonight. Their lutist is utterly exquisite, truly a performance to die for. There's life in this dreadful place if you know where to look. You sound like you know the city well. The man's gaze flickers from me to the key dangling from his finger. Naturally, this dump was little more than a miserable little smear when I first arrived. High town, low town. I know every idiot like the back of my hand. What about Cenobium? Do you know where that is? The smile vanishes. Surely you've seen it. That absurdly large tower. Excuse me? Excuse me? I have a question. Who's the last guy in the thumbnail? I have no idea. I don't know any of these guys. I just know this dude has white hair. But the only people we haven't seen so far is the devil guy and the white hair guy. Well, it's a little hard to miss. It must mean that spire I noticed when I first caught sight of Iridia. Cenobium's overrated. Forget about it. I can show you things those stuffy boars and their limp dick tower couldn't even dream of. I've already got plans. I'll have you some pressing matters at the Cenobium. Lunch dates with librarians, tea time with the most esteemed abbess. That's my business. What's the matter to you? I square my shoulders and the amusement bleeds out of me. Your loss. The stranger, finally bored of his tedious game, extends his hand towards me. The key rests on his palm, neatly dividing skin and leather. When he makes no other move, I reach for the key. As my fingers graze smooth brass, his hand springs shut around my elbow. Bro! Hey! He yanks me down and I stagger, my soul slipping on the steps. For 6 will unravel under his touch, but he's careful not to disturb them, even as his fingers dig into my arm. I knew I smelled blood. The reek of death on the road. And that fucking doctor. Alright. Oh, okay, that one was hot. That one was hot. What do you have? What do you have against Kuras? He's my baby. His voice, once silken, lowers to a smoky growl. The shadows around him seethe and boil as he pulls me closer. Oh, the shadows were his fault. Okay. Something else. He murmurs against my throat. Oh, no, it was grazing my jaw. Alright. Let go. I try to twist away, but he doesn't budge. His breath trails down my neck, sending a thrill. Sending a thrill of dread through me, but just when I fear a bite, he takes a deep whiff instead. I am not reading that. Not quite human, not quite monster. Seems we're both... His name is Ver. The stranger's ears flatten, and he releases me with a short breath. I yank my arm back, massaging it where his grip left grooves in the bandages. The stranger twists around to watch a woman duck from the curtains behind him. Her Cenobium uniform is nearly identical to the one my mentor kept tucked away in her closet. He's so sketchy, right? Oh my god! I leave you for all of what, 10 minutes and you're making trouble again. Will you quit harassing the tourists? The stranger, there, I take it, rolls his eyes and flashes the cleric a withering smile. So suspicious. Can't you see this is a friend of mine? A natural liar. He grins at me and his tail switches minutely. The woman purses her lips at me, clearly unconvinced. I open my mouth to correct him, but Bear cuts in. I was graciously offering my dear friend some free advice. Bye, TJB! Thank you for hanging out! Though his voice remains light and cheerful, his expression darkens. Danger is drawn to you like a moth to flame. It'll always find you given time. The woman clucks her tongue as though she's heard this recital 102 times. Word of advice? Don't take free advice from lazy foxes lounging in the streets. This crook would sell water to a drowning man for the sheer enjoyment of it. Okay, he's a fox. She shrugs off a wilting look from Bear. Oh, please. Any friend of yours knows it's true. Now hold still. Bear rises gracefully at her approach. He pushes his hair aside so it drapes over one shoulder, exposing the long line of his neck. And suddenly it dawns on me that the jingling I heard earlier wasn't coming from the harness attached to his collar, but a leash? Boy! A heavy iron chain wound around a hitching post and padlocked to the back of his collar. You're someone's pet? Oh my god. Bear posed deliberately to hide his leash from me. The woman produces a keyring from her pocket. She rifles through a dozen identical keys before selecting one and slotting it into the lock. Come on, unless your friend's tagging along on a merry little soulless hunt. They're hunting for soulless inside the city? Words momentarily fail me. The woman regards me with a polite, if tight, smile before marching down the stairs. Bear lingers. He stretches his arms over his head with a yawn, and I try not to stare at the way his stomach flattens when he arches his back. You can't see his stomach! It's covered! These are his abs, it's not a stomach. Your little secret's safe with me. Try not to get yourself killed. Bear hops off the stoop and bounds after the woman. His tail sways merrily as though he has just lied and threatened me. Did you try that thing I mentioned? The Loventian knot? Not the one where you take 3 fingers and... Actually, don't tell me. Knowing you is disgusting. Bear's airy laughter echoes down the street. It's only after he and the cleric have vanished from sight that I realize I'm still missing something. Wait! Reflexively, I shove my hands into my pockets and find it. The room key. How did he do that? I pull it out of my pocket and raise it to the light just to be sure. A nagging feeling distracts from my relief. I don't know what Bear's game was, or what he wanted from me. All I know for certain is that the Cenobium saw fit to leash him. A fate I could share, if that's what his vague warning meant. I let my eyes drift skyward, past the lanterns gently swaying in the breeze to the Cenobium faintly visible through the haze. Just one glimpse is all I need, then I can put this all behind me. This time the key goes into my coin purse for safekeeping. I think we're going to end the stream when we finally see, like, the last 2 guys. It's easy enough to follow the sluggish river that splits Iridia in 2. A colossal bridge arches over the dark water below. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever uphill towards the distant tower. He has rabies. He has rabies. Oh! Hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I was searching for. Excuse me? Cenobium of the luminous void. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls. This is amazing, by the way. Everyone, appreciate this gorgeous art. It's so nice. Well-dressed people stroll down the walkways, paying no attention to the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up and up until the top of the Cenobium Tower disappears into the clouds overhead. The gates are so heavily enchanted that even standing near them sets my teeth on edge. Alchemically reinforced locks, invisible sigils of alarm, and who knows what else. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps when something moves in my peripheral vision. Oh, it's White-haired guy! A shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine as if testing its strength. Oi! You there! The shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it, and a gaunt-faced man in a crisp charcoal uniform marches up the steps towards me. Ugh, another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking. Why am I making him sound like an Italian, like a New Yorker? No! Not Itsugaya! No! A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words, and he turns on his heel without even waiting for an answer from me. I look back at where I saw the intruder. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. But there's nothing. Just the leaves blowing gently and a cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Whoa, that's creepy! Oh my god. A whisper, so close I could feel a warm brush of breath on my skin. Hey, I'm walking it, yeah. I instinctively jerk away, but there's no one beside me. Halfway down the staircase, I spot a woman swaying in the breeze. She's gaunt as a rail, her blouse moth-eaten. I'm unable to take my eyes off her, not because of the way she smiles a little too wildly, or the way her tousled braids look unbrushed for days, but because her eyes shine a vibrant, unnatural crimson. I'm both entranced and unsettled by their subtle glow. These days you need a miracle to get there. I'm not sure how to respond, or if I even should. To Emma, say nothing. After the experience I've just had, I'm not too keen on indulging strangers in small talk. Despite my silence, she maintains her unflinching stare and smile. Lucky for you, I have miracles for free. Whatever she's selling, I'm not interested. My words come out in a tired breath. No thanks. I start down the stairs, but she abruptly steps into my path. She turns her back to me, and before I can react, she slips her fingers under the lacing of her collar, stripping out of her blouse in broad daylight. What are you doing? As worn fabric unveils bare skin, my panic is smothered by cold horror. A misshapen, sunken scar carves into the woman's body. Pitted, gnarled skin snakes down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. Ugh! Ooh. A shuddering breath escapes me. The fuck? By the looks of it, the disease that afflicted this woman ate away at her spine, leaving her with a hollowed vertebrae at the back of her neck. God! How's she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet the power to cure anything can be yours too. The power of the sea spring. The woman slides back into her blouse and deftly laces it up. I've caught your interest and follow me. It's only a short walk away. Without another glance, she leisurely strolls down the Cenobium stairs, loose braids bobbing behind her. The edge of her scar peeks out from under her collar. I stand there, wordless, till I manage to regain my bearings. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. This could be the stupidest decision in my life, but what choice do I have? I take a final look at the Cenobium's shut gates, then follow her down the steps. We descend from the highest streets, leaving behind their gilded decadence as we cross the river. The wet, derelict districts feel more familiar to me, but the crimson-eyed woman takes me farther, then farther still, until I'm met with an all-too-familiar sight. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. Is which character? The main character. I chose my pronouns, and the pronouns is she, her. But you can choose he, him, or they, them also, which is cool. The city's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight. Probably safer for it. But venturing beyond Iridia's walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. Just keep going straight. The sea spray will reveal itself to you. I bark out a bitter laugh, loud and involuntary. I'd rather not. Are you kidding? It's not safe out there. You're safe inside the city as outside of it. Truthfully, the territory before you is the safest of all. What do you mean, territory? This region belongs to Ice? Most people know him as a gang leader, but he's much more than that. I squint against the empty wastelands. Only a fool or someone with nothing to lose would leave the city. Apparently I'm both. But if this sea spring cured her, I need to see what it can do for me. I set off into the wastes. Over my shoulders, the woman calls after me. Good luck, Myks. I hope we meet again. My heart pounds with each step I take from civilization. I didn't even tell her my name! For what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward, one step, then another, until a realization hits me. I never told the woman my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building, nestled into a tall cliffside, but so starkly out of place it might as well be a hallucination. It drips with extravagance and honeyed mahogany, an ornate jewel of architecture. A row of dark silhouettes stand out on the horizon. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Yes, you can pick the pronouns of the characters, so you can choose he, him, she, her, or they, them. Soulless. Several of them watch me in the distance like statues. I don't think, I just run. Exploding into a messy sprint, I push my legs as fast as they'll take me towards that decorated building. Flashes of last night chase me. The gushes of blood and screams of death. The smell of burning flesh and sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors. I gasp for air, my lungs burning from exertion. I'm desperate to be safe, but when I process my surroundings, I think this is the demon guy. It's more hellscape than sanctuary. Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hand leaps to my mouth, but the rotten stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. This reminds me of, like, Sukuna's domain expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you guys watch that? I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the Sea Spring, the place that grants miracles. Pulling my eyes away from the pool, I take in the rest of my environment. Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Seating pillows scatter the floor. A rustic kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. Hello? Is anyone here? My voice echoes across the cavern without response. Why is it doing a close-up? Oh, I approach the paper-covered pillars. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for the closest one. It reads, Dear Mother, don't cry for me. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye, but we'll meet again in another life. I love you very much, from Iris. P.S. If you ever see me, never speak to me again. It's written in perfect cursive. I've never seen such beautiful handwriting. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Someone's watching me. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty. Vacant. Finally, I look towards the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper. Something wrong. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with the back of Soulless. Oh, here we go again. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly, all different sizes and species but sharing one identical trait, glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the sea spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step. It's deeper than it looks. That voice again. The sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. Up! There he is! Oh, I like his design. I love the rings. I search for the voice's source and find it above me. Above you? Lounging in the rafters? Boy. The hell? Is that an octopus? Is that a big-ass octopus? You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaves me feeling raw and exposed. I'm not sure how I should, like, voice this dude. There's always that one guy, the one that I can't, like, pinpoint the vibe of. They're the same eyes I've seen over and over. First with the scarred woman, now with the soulless circling me, all bound by the sea spring's blood red. In the shroud of darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless's growls ring in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change any second. Panic rises in my throat as I struggle to track them. Hey! Eyes on me. My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes away from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? I'm kind of distracted by the soulless about to maul me. Only on my... His name is Bastard. Only on my command. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking. Posturing more than anything else. You tamed them? Power of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them. How about I didn't do anything wrong? Trespassing. That's punishable by death? Gives a non-committal shrug. Called out earlier to see if anyone was here. Were we supposed to play hide and seek? Didn't hear you. My voice stops in my throat. This man's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrible. I rack my brain for a way to diffuse the situation. Tell me what you want. I'm not in the mood for guessing games. Your hands. Alarm jolts through me. I hide my hands under my cloak. Show me. Why? Won't ask twice. With a sharp huff, I reluctantly hold out my bandaged hands. You getting off on this? Unwrap him. Alright, bro! I should give him a piece of my mind, but not when his soulless are one command from ripping me to shreds. Yet no matter how much I will myself to move, my body is frozen in place. I stand there for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well. The hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages. Stop. With a weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panels underfoot. He's a monster, with an imposing figure that towers over me. Couldn't tell how tall he was before, but he's big. Illuminated by lantern light, his features are stronger, sharper. Subtle clinks of metal accompany each of his footsteps. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart hitches. Butter? Butter! What does he want? He's going to kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I'd forgotten my back was to the sea spring. I fall right before a warm hand catches my lower back. Enveloping me. Blazing crimson eyes bore into mine. Told you to watch your step. I'm too stunned to mutter a response. Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to solid ground and steps back. Following a subtle gesture from his fingers, the soulless around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor is so abrupt it gives me whiplash. The enormous tentacles are no longer in the rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I exhale a breath of relief. Thanks. As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me now. He kicks some seating pillows out of the walkways, checks the contents of the kettle with a scowl. The sudden disregard is almost insulting. So that's it? Not a threat anymore? Never wore one. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid. In other words, he was messing with me. I drag a hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today. You're Ace, aren't you? Depends on who's asking. One of your friends told me this was your territory. She also said you were a gang leader. There's no one else here. Thought there'd be more people. Ace picks up his kettle and walks to the edge of the sea spring, then dumps the contents into the endless red. Gang took a walk. You cheeky little bastard! You wipe that smirk off your face right the hell now! His pleasant smile stretches across his face, ear to ear. Then in an instant, it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about his gang again. What do you need the sea spring's power for? Depends. Can it cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Nope. He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying up. My frustration builds. I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns it with an amused smirk. Are you being irritating on purpose? Listen, Sparrow. The sea spring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it yourself. What do I have to do? Drink? I have to drink from the sea spring? My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the strange liquid makes my guts churn. It's not as if I'm averse to elixirs or decoctions. I made my fair share of them. When one misstep and you can easily meet with a fate worse than death. Is there a price? Always. Ace taps his temple with a finger. You lose a little bit. That's it. Might have already beaten me to the punch. My humor earns me an amused, fanged grin. It's a little different. You drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Mine combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless. One big, happy family in your head. My blood runs cold. Bye, Human! Thank you for joining this stream! Group minds. Some legends suggest that independent minds can be psychically linked together through strong enough catalyst. It's never been done before. Something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up. Your eyes are red too. You obviously haven't forgotten who you are. Before I can finish my sentence, Ace strides past me towards the entrance. Time's up. Let's finish this later. Well, already? You barely told me anything. Came on a bad day. Got somewhere to be. There's still so many questions burning on the tip of my tongue, but my frustration spills out before any of them. I was told to come here for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host's mood. My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me again. My eyes dart back over to the sea spring. A lone ripple dances on the quiet surface. I take Ace's advice and clamp my mouth shut. Ace approaches a nearby soulless, a lanky dog-like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of crimson eyes adorn its sides. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ace squats beside it. He runs his fingers through the tendrils, scratches its chin, and pats his head. A gentle smile A gentle smile plays across A's lips. The affection he holds for the soulless is painfully clear. I dip my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender sight. Coral, you are a simp! Oh my god! It's getting dark out, so this pretty girl will guide you back. Following a short whistle from A's lips, it trots over to the entrance obediently, tail swaying. I watch the soulless warily. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd. If I decide to drink, how should I find you? Find someone with eyes like mine. I'll point you in the right direction. Think it over. Once you drink, you can't go back. It's a lot to process, but I give a small nod, because I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. I follow the soulless at a measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Aya's eyes, about to snap my head away, but he just flashes me an easy smile. Till next time, Sparrow. Buy a drink for scared. I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with another curt nod. I'm gonna save here. Yes. Then I'm gonna save there. Then I'm gonna return. Okay. Outside, more crimson-eyed soulless scuttle about. And it's hard to believe it's the same threatening pack from before. They chase each other in circles and roll around in the bog's mud. X. I pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulders at me to make sure I'm still following. Dusk darkens the sky by the time you reach the city. The soulless sits and looks at me expectantly with familiar crimson eyes. I'm gonna pet it! As nervous as I am, I carefully glide my fingers through the soulless's tendrils and scratch beneath its chin, just like Aya's had. It pushes into my palm in response, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. The vibrations are soothing, almost healing my fatigue. When it's satisfied, the soulless spins around and scampers back in the direction it came, vanishing into the darkness. It's barely my first day in Iridia, and I've already encountered so many things I thought were impossible, tamed soulless being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. It's Gimme Hosier in the woods. That's true. In the woods somewhere. That's true. Okay, we are back. Nightfall creeps across the streets of Iridia. The city, labyrinthine even in daytime, has become a warren of treacherous alleyways. The streets are completely deserted. If I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city abandoned. I made my way through the winding streets, doing my best to keep my bearing towards the Wetwick. My steps slow when I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me? I'm imagining things. I take a deep breath, quelling an instinctive flicker of fear. I know my nerves are shot, but if I give in to paranoia and start running, I'll just get lost. Measuring my breaths and steps, I forge ahead. Though I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently, there's only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass and nothing happens, I begin to wonder, maybe I really did imagine that voice. I turn the next corner and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head swings as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amid the haze. Oh my god! The soulless that attacked the caravan. It's crouched over a dark, indistinct shape. Body. A garland of intestines spill from pallid flesh. We're back to the gore, people! For mercy, blood grouts the cobblestones. For mercy, the soulless is too distracted by its meal to have noticed me. I feel heavy as stones, but I can't just stand there. Holding my breath, I take a step backwards. When the wet, slurping sounds don't abate, I take another, then another. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. The world seems to slow to a crawl as the soulless raises its head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its sulphurous, bulging eyes fix unblinkingly on me. It's really here. It's come back for me. I'm off like a shot, running for my life through the darkened streets. Behind me, a piercing bay splits the silence, and heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random, trying to lose it in the maze of streets, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear its breathing now, a wet, fluttering grasp, growing closer and closer. The same claws that severed my arm swipe out. I duck, saved by pure reflex, and skin around a corner. I take 3 running strides before the bottom drops out of my stomach. A wall twice as high as me bars my way. A dead end. When I turn around, the soulless looms in the entry to the alleyway. It's no longer running. It doesn't have to. As it prowls closer, my thoughts race. Some of the buildings lining the streets are lit. There must be people inside. It's a long shot. Somebody help me! My voice rings through the shadowed streets. Silhouettes pass by the windows, but nobody answers. In this wretched world, few people will stick their neck out to help their own flesh and blood, never mind a stranger. Soulless, provoked by my shouting, gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me with a flash of claws. I hurl myself to the side, but the slick cobblestones betray me. I fall, sprawling over the rough stones. As the soulless looms over me, I scramble away from it until my back hits the wall. There's nowhere left to go. It descends on me for the kill. But the impact never comes. Oh? It's the white-haired guy! I rarely crack one eye open, then the other. Not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouches in front of me, one blood-stained hand outstretched. Oh, he's beautiful, actually. Moonlight silvers the edge of their stiletto knife. Their face and hands are splattered with blood, and the soulless. My eyes dart past my unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless's many eyes, once restless and vibrant, now look dull and waxy. A red pool spreads slowly from under its body. Numb with shock, I can't help but stare. It's dead. After all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice. I can hardly believe it. Well, I gingerly take the offered hand. The stranger's gaze dips to my bandages. Pale lips part, on the brink of a question, then close again. With the strength belying their slight frame, they pull me to my feet. As soon as I'm on my own 2 feet again, they pull away from me. They start wiping the blood from their face and hands. Stay there. They turn away from me stiffly, leaning over the soulless, gangly body. With their back towards me, I realize that I saw their hooded silhouette at the Cenobium. You are the Cenobium. I've seen you before. You were the Cenobium earlier, weren't you? They cast a wary look at me. So what if I was? A harsh response takes me aback. Before I can formulate a response, I continue. Me thinking, traveling alone at night. This is far from the worst thing hunting Lowtown. Can't make heads or tails of them. First they saved me and now they stole me. Lesson learned. I could do without the lecture though. To my surprise, they break eye contact. Their attention glides back to the soulless' corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I clear my throat to fill the silence. I'm Myks. Min. Their name is Min! Suddenly, Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the base of the soulless' skull, right between the cervical vertebrae. The soulless thrashes once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves its lungs. Min leans on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper until there's a sickening crunch. And the creature goes limp. I only find him beautiful, okay? I only find them beautiful. I'm not attracted to them in any way, shape, or form. My heart thuds in my chest. I must have been clinging to life by a thread. The men straightens up, drawing their blade in a single smooth motion. Better to put wretched things like this out of their misery. I calmly clean the blood from their knife. They struck with surgical precision. Their quick, clean movements are familiar. This is the red. The red text is apparently exclusive dialogue, exclusive bits and pieces. So I'm gonna do.